on, guys? It's your girl Rosie here with Iconix Radio, and today we have a double duo of brotherhood and music and creativity and lots of fun. I have the amazing Dan Corio and Sean Corio here with Dan Corio Music and the band, y'all. Now, Nashville-based artist Dan Corio blends fiery guitar skills with heartfelt songwriting, drawing inspiration from legends like Stevie Wonder, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and B.B. King, a former NYPD officer and 911 first responder. Dan's life experiences fuel both his music and his mission to raise awareness for mental health and suicide prevention. With a sound rooted in rock, blues, and soul, he brings a purpose to every single performance, along with his brother, holding it down in the background. Okay. Okay. So, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I really do feel that family is very important. Family is like what makes the world go round, obviously. But you guys are making music and having fun, doing what you've always done, being brothers, doing brotherly things, and you're performing. Dan, I know that you are like the spearhead of the band. What actually brought this band together, and how did you guys get started in music?
So yeah, we've been playing music. I mean, since we were young, we were sneaking into bars and watching our uncles and cousins all play, and they were all drummers for the most part. And yeah, I think we just loved music. We loved live music and what that energy did, you know. And Sean probably kicked off music a little bit earlier than I did. I think he was playing with my Uncle Lou, like playing drums and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And it was just like he was learning a lot of different things along that path. And for me, it was like it was guitar. You know, it was like I loved something about that tone and what that did. And we started just like messing around, jamming, having little like good times. And then people would say to us like, "Hey, man, you guys sound good. You should play more." You know, and so we just started kicking it off. And then as you know. Especially after I was able to retire from my old job, I just have more time now. So it's just able to like just kind of dive fully in. And with obviously Zoom and everything like that, we could get a lot more work done. So it's cool. It's cool. We get to.
Oh man. Okay, so I know you guys are from should I say New Jersey or
Yeah.
should I just say Jersey?
Jersey, just Jersey.
Just Jersey. It's like
Just
what?
Jersey.
This is Jersey,
Yeah.
baby. Don't put no new on there. But you guys are from Jersey. And so being that you guys actually grew up where, obviously music is very big. What do you think has been like those highlight moments for you growing up in Jersey? Because right now, we know you in Nashville, Dan. So you was like, give me a minute, I'll be back. So
Yeah.
like what actually spearheaded you to make that move and that transition?
I think experience. I think it was
Okay.
just like I love the songwriting process and everything like that, and just learning and being a constant student is really just something that makes me feel like alive. You know, it kind of motivates me and everything like that. So for me, it was like, hey, I think what we have is pretty good here, and I just want to be a better songwriter, a better guitar player, and all those things. And like, where else to go? You know what I mean? Texas, Nashville, those types of places where music is just infused. And not that Jersey has a bad music scene or anything like that. It's just there's so much more ability to play basically every night. Like I could be doing a writer's round. We
Hmm.
could be doing shows, with Sean, having him come down or me come up to Jersey. There's just so much more opportunity for us to kind of expand the brand and do what we do. And to also just get better, just keep writing with the best writers or being around them, honestly, sitting
Wow.
in a room and listening to them and their stories of how they write, like that actually not only inspires me but teaches me. So it's like being in school, sitting there, but it's like school you love. You get to like
Yeah.
watch these people play, and it's just amazing. So it's cool.
Man, that's awesome. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that.
Yeah.
Sean in the background holding it down, the brother, the one that's always there who don't mind taking flights. Sean, let's talk about it. Oh my gosh. First of all, I have to ask Sean, who's the oldest?
Danny's the oldest.
Okay.
I'm glad you had to ask though.
Yeah, listen, I had to ask because it's something about the baby of the bunch. We're special. We already discussed this as springboard, but I had to come around. Shout out to the babies in the middle of the bunch. Oh my gosh. Sean, for you, seeing your little brother, see, seeing your big brother actually follow his dreams, actually follow some of your footsteps as well, because you were the first out of the bunch to actually say, you know what, I think I want to go with Uncle and go see what's going
Yeah,
on in clubs. I don't
yeah,
know how that happened, but
yeah.
let's talk about that. How were you getting into clubs with your
So
uncles and
basically, we would just act like roadies. So we would
Yeah.
just be carrying the stuff in and then just never leave, pretty much.
I love you. I love you. Oh my gosh. So, being now that you guys have been working on so much amazing music, performing like consistently. You guys just
Mhm.
had a show recently, right?
We're actually playing this Saturday. We got a show
This
coming up
Saturday.
here. Yeah, this Saturday in Jersey actually. So
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
so it's gonna
Going
be a
back
good one.
home for a
Yeah.
little bit. Okay, okay. Now, for you, Sean, what is it like seeing your brother live out his dreams and actually continue to grow his brand and his
Oh,
music?
yeah, it's awesome. It's I do feel responsible for it, so I will take some credit getting him involved in music. So
That's right, Sean. Stand your ground. I love that.
no, the whole experience is really cool. Seeing him, even just the move down to Nashville, how the songwriting's just progressed so much, and
Wow.
that really, even for me, because now it kind of pushes me too. So
Yeah.
like musically, when he's coming back, and the lyrics are getting better, and just the whole songs are just improving. So it's like, oh wow, I gotta get my stuff together now. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it pushes me as well. So it's been great, to be honest. I mean, it's tough traveling, back and forth and all, but it's in my opinion, it's definitely been worth it.
I love that. Thank you. So, Dan, when it comes to your sound, how would you describe your sound? Because you got a little soul. I mean, to me, you had a little R&B kind of thing, but you got a couple of runs in there too. I was like, that's why I threw that Stevie Wonder in there for you, just if you didn't catch it.
Yeah, yeah,
Because but BB King,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How would you describe your sound?
I think it's just I really have just taken everything I've heard and just for me it's really never about it's never about duplicating what I hear. It's just kind of taking what I hear and then processing it into something that's mine. So I think my sound varies anywhere between like that Stevie Ray Vaughan type of energy and intensity, but I love like Eric Johnson's tone and BB King, how he could say so much with one note. Like BB
Hmm.
literally taught me listening to BB King. I sat there and thought to myself, like, this man can tell you a story with one note.
Come
And
on.
like he hits that note, and there is no doubt it's BB King playing one note. And you could
Yeah.
literally be in a theater and be like, oh, BB King is playing. Like that to me is like what so it doesn't really answer your question as far as sound, but it does in a way of like it just helps me kind of just narrow down how I want to be as an artist, how I want to
Yeah.
sound as an artist, or
Now,
the impact. So yeah,
I will say that I read to the grapevine that you have self-taught yourself quite a few things, and let's
yeah.
kind of let's kind of go down that journey. Why don't you tell the people that's listening, what did you self-teach yourself?
Pretty much. So it started early. And the funny story that I tell people is like when I was like 10 years old, we went to go see La Bamba, and I fell in love with the tone of the guitar. Like at the end of the movie, they're playing, and I like said to my dad at that time, I was like, "Hey, I gotta learn how to play guitar." And we went for one guitar lesson, And the guy hated me because all I wanted to do was play La Bamba. And he's like, you got to learn all these scales. And I'm like, I don't want to learn scales. I want to play La Bamba. Let's go. And I like literally was practicing the one lesson. He had me on a metronome, and I hear him arguing with my dad in the hall, like, this kid just doesn't get it. He doesn't get it, you know? And I'm like, hell with this. I don't want to do this anymore. So I gave it up for a little while, and then
this is so hilarious. This is so hilarious. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have to say really quick, every single artist that has ever come, even myself, when I started learning how to play the piano, my music teacher told my piano teacher told my grandmother, listen, don't bring her back. Just give her the microphone. That's it. So many artists come on here that are musicians, and the first lessons just don't go well. But please continue.
No, and that's what it was. It was just like that. And then a couple of years went by, and I was in college, and a buddy of mine was taking a guitar class, and he brought a VHS of Stevie Ray Vaughan live at the El Macambo, and that was it. That was the last time I put a guitar down. I could tell you that, because I picked it up, and that was it for me. It was like. So basically what I would do is literally through Stevie, I found B.B. King, and I found Buddy Guy and Robert Cray and all those people. And really what I would do is sit down and just sit in front of VHS at that time and try to mimic what I was hearing, and kind of put my hands where I saw their hands, and then try to make the sounds that I heard. And then I think something that actually helped me develop my own sound was I had a little drum machine. And what I would do is take like a Stevie Ray Vaughan lick that I heard, and I would literally just put different drum beats, like from random stuff while I was practicing. One would be like a rock beat, and I would try to make that lick fit into that. And then a ska beat, and like anything random. And I would make the lick try to fit into that type of sound. And then go with Sean. And now I'm playing with him, and now it's his feel. And I'm trying to make that lick. So the lick itself isn't what it started as. It's constantly evolving into kind of what I'm hearing Sean do, or what I'm hearing at that time it's Machine, or whatever the case. And so the sound overall just evolved, you know.
Wow.
And I think, and coming from drummers, like I said, like playing with Sean and playing with my uncles and my cousins, it just was like, I think I took kind of like a drummer approach to playing. Like we were just talking about this, like a lot of like the heaviness in my hand is like, because they play heavy on the drum, you know? So it's just like, I think it just kind of evolved our sound overall, if that answers your question.
This is some good stuff, because it's like a behind the scenes of how your music is created and how it was created, how you literally was like, you know what, La Bamba, then Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know what, let be like the drum machine. Let me go get my brother. Let's put some, like everything has, like you both said, evolved. It's amazing. And I love that it's all been done, and it was originated with family. Man, a family of musicians. I love it. Oh my God. Sean, how did you get started on playing the drums? We know you were originally the roadie. Okay. You were the roadie.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it started. Let's talk
about how you got started. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it got started. Just being around it. You know, my uncle played, had a really good reputation in Jersey City when he was younger as a great drummer. So just watching him, hearing those stories, my older cousins played, so I was always around them, and I just gravitated to it. And then just playing with them, and then once I got Danny involved, with the guitar, then it was really fun because now I had somebody to jam with. Yeah. So I mean, it's just, I was just always drawn to it. It's literally that simple. I don't know what it was. I think just being around it.
Wow, this is just like a match made in heaven and on earth, and then in music. It's like, because you have some brothers that just have this like, well, I'm going to be this and I'm going to be that, and then you have another brother like, yeah, whatever, and they just never can put it together. It just never works. But on another note, well, we'll stay down this journey real quick. Now, what does a typical day look like for you guys? And when it comes to like rehearsals, how do you guys do that with you guys being in one in Jersey and one in Nashville? How do you guys actually incorporate rehearsing?
A lot of audio back and forth beforehand. And then when we get together, just kind of, I think the reason it works is what you end up having is two people that want to be really good at what they do. So
Yeah.
once he gets an audio of something from me, he'll just go to work on doing what he does as far as the track. And then I'll get back and we'll just sit with it. And then it just becomes, it just elevates. So the rehearsals are probably less than you would think, but the communication is there for the songs, so.
Wow. I love that. It's like nothing can separate the Corio brothers. Like not even space. Give us the internet, give us a good little app, and we're working, okay? I love it. Now, Dan, I know that you've seen and experienced a lot in life, especially through your service in the NYPD. What keeps you going and inspired through the ups and downs that we see daily on television? Like, what keeps you inspired to make music?
I think it's so during my time with that, a lot of that had to do with communication and being there for people that were in need. And I think if I'm being honest, when I first got out, it was pretty difficult to kind of like find that sense of purpose again, even though I was still playing music. Right. And I think it took a lot of like support around me and family and people that are just like, hey, you're still in a position to communicate and support and help. You're just doing it differently now. It just looks different, but it's still talking. You're still, and I think knew that, but I think hearing it a few times and just being encouraged about it. And I kind of shied away from like what I used to do in the beginning when I first started kind of getting out. And then I was like, it's just a huge part of it, Yeah. It's a huge part of my story. So I think that instead of shying away from it, it was kind of like, well, hey, this is what I did. And now this is what I'm doing. And it's still communicating. It's still trying to help people. It's still a way, like music for me growing up, like Sean will tell you, like going through breakups, we would sit there and like play the saddest stuff you could find, or like when you were going for your workouts, it was always like a Rocky soundtrack or something. So music for me was always just what I identified with. Like it literally it moved me, And I think that now it's like, well, hey, this is just a different way to hopefully do that in our live shows and through our music. Is like the best compliment you can get is someone listening to your song and being like, dude, I get that. I felt that. That mattered to me.
Yes.
This
is good. The reason I know for a fact that this is just like heaven ordained, because as you said, you were serving the community, you were serving people, you were protecting the community, and thank you for your service as well.
Thank you.
But then also you was like, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put my hat up on this one, and I'm gonna go make some music now. Where's Sean? Like, let's continue to help and serve the community, but in a different way. Thank you for that. Yeah, and you look good doing it, Dan. I just want to say, not every police officer is able to retire from the NYPD and come out looking stress-free. I'm just saying, thank you for your service, okay? Thank you for your music. Thank you for your music, your passion. Everything is just beautiful. You represent everything that a man should be. You got your little brother in the background. You're still being a leader.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now, no, I believe that fans should definitely know that it takes a lot to be an artist, but God knows what it can only take to be to protect and serve the community. So you wear both hats very well. So we applaud you. Sean, I know you've seen a lot of stuff happening from behind your brother. Let's talk about it. What has been one of the most memorable moments you guys have experienced on stage?
I don't have one, because they're all different. Like they're all great moments. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So to say that, you would have to say one show was better than the other and all that. Like, even if you have a band, sometimes that's the funnest part of the show, like us coming out of it or just looking at each other and making that face like, what were you thinking on that? Like, almost like we could read each other's minds, but like, you know what I mean? So I think those moments, are some of the ones that mean the most to me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, so it to just one is tough to have just one.
I love it. Has anything ever happened like with you breaking a stick or throwing a stick or something like that?
Every once in a while, I will throw a stick if my brother gets, if I got to get his attention or something. He does get in his own world sometimes, and I got to,
Dude, how about the outside gig when you're the one we were playing in Staten Island when your seat broke and the drum broke and I had the sound guy chasing me around because I was running.
Yeah, that was a good show. That was a good show. My pedal broke, and then the sound guy is trying to put the pedal in while we were still playing. Danny's running around the whole place, so it's outside, literally running around the parking lot. This guy's trying to run behind him, like just moving the cord around so nobody gets killed. Oh, it's hysterical. This poor guy worked his butt off.
Wow. So Dan, you were still singing. Your seat broke, and then imagine that.
So so credit to the sound people, and I can't remember the name of the
I don't remember the sound guys.
They were phenomenal though, because literally there's times when I get a little carried away in a show, and you won't know where to find me. Like if I'm playing like some guitar solo and I'm just getting into it, like I'll just get out into the crowd and start dancing with people while I'm playing or something.
On tables, every once in a while you'll get on a table. Yeah.
Honey, book the next ticket. Let's go.
Things get
I gotta see this.
Things get a little crazy at our shows.
Oh my god!
But the sound guy was behind me with the cable, and he's trying to like get around people because I got the guitar cable behind me. I wasn't even on Bluetooth or anything, and he's like just unmessing, rattling that and fixing Sean, and he had his guy fixing Sean. It was like the most fun we've ever had in a show.
That was a good one.
That was fun.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for sharing that. Speaking of team and band and just fun chaos, let's talk about the band and who are the band members. And let's definitely spend some time and give them a shout out.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously Sean playing drums, and we're basically a trio for the most part. So Martin, he's our bass player. We actually tried to get him down in Houston. We also tried to get him today, but he had to work, so we couldn't get him on, but we'll give him a little shout out here. So he's great. He's just like family for us. He was one of the guys actually when we were growing up sneaking into places. He was one of the guys playing in those bands with our cousins, with our uncles, and all those guys. Yeah. So like he's had his share of the Corio boys for sure. This weekend we have a buddy of mine, Mike Mano, sitting in with us, playing some rhythm guitar and kind of filling in. Great guy, great player. So we're really looking forward to kind of adding him. And yeah, I'll give a shout out to Liv Santanza. I've done some co-writing with her in New York and whatnot. She's not always with us on shows, but she's played a few where she's on keys or doing some background vocals. So we'll give her a shout out too, because she's a killer artist doing her thing and doing some songwriting as well. So she's out there.
I love it. Well, before we get ready to get up out of here, guys, where can people find you and support you?
Dan Corio Music on everything. So it's like literally. Actually, Instagram is Dan Corio Music _official, and then everything else, website and whatnot, YouTube, Spotify, all that is just Dan Corio Music, and that's it. So
and the new music that's out right now, that's any new music that's coming out, what we got going on?
Yeah, so the most recent single is called "Forever with You." That's out there. Another one that I'm super. You like that one?
I love that song. I love that song. Man, you got one. That's a hit. I love it. I love it. I love the artwork. Everything is beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff I had to learn, like how to do the Canva. Canva is your friend when you're in art, right? Like,
shout out to Canva.
Or whatever one you use, but that has become super huge. But yeah, so that's out there. Used to Love the Rain is another one that's recent, that's doing pretty well for us.
We got a bunch of new ones we're working on too.
Yeah, we're in the studio in Nashville. Actually, we're going to be recording. So yeah, we got a bunch of stuff coming. So definitely stay tuned for sure. Yeah,
Corio brothers, y'all. I love this. You guys are amazing. Well, guys, it's time to play a game. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, here we go, guys. I'm going to ask you a question. I'll give you a few multiple choices, and you just give me the correct answer. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all get ready. The Corio brothers are here. Here we go. First question is, which of these 90s bands never had a UK #1 single? Is it A, Backstreet Boys, Rim, or C, LeAnn Rimes?
LeAnn Rimes.
I'm going with Sean.
I mean, it's multiple choice.
That is incorrect, guys. It was Rim. It's true. Here we go. Next question is fun. What range of cars were launched by GM in 1990? Was it A, Chevrolet, B, Saturn, or C, Cadillac?
Saturn.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct.
Oh, my God.
All right, guys, here we go. Country music became very big in the 90s. Which country music star had a popular television show on PAX TV? Was it A, Reba McEntire, B, Tim McGraw, or C, Billy Ray Cyrus?
I want to go Reba on that.
Or it could be Billy. That's a tough one.
I'm going Reba.
Final answer?
Final.
It was Billy Ray Cyrus.
God damn it. Sorry.
You see?
Sorry. You can just beat that out, right?
Hilarious. Okay, here we go. This is the last and final one, guys. No, I found another one. Okay, here we go. Finish this Christina Aguilera lyric. What a girl wants, what a girl A, has, B, sees, or C, needs?
Needs.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. All right, guys, one more for the road, and here we go. Which 90s movie has the best-selling soundtrack of all time? Is it A, The Bodyguard, B, Titanic, or C, Robin Hood?
Titanic.
Final answer?
All right. Yeah.
It is The Bodyguard.
Damn it. I knew Whitney did good.
Don't say it, Sean. Don't.
I'm leaving Sean.
Thank you guys so much. Listen, before we get ready to get up out of here, any final words of encouragement to the listeners?
Yeah, if you're out there doing it, just keep doing it. Just keep doing. Believe in yourself. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sean, yourself?
I'm a man of little words. I really
like what he said. You should just be like whatever he said.
That's good. Yeah.
I love it, guys. Well, I just want to say I truly appreciate your time. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being amazing creatives. Thank you for everything that you're doing for the music community, advocating for mental health awareness, and just everything that you bring to life. Family, thank you for being the face of family and music. And you guys be blessed. We'll see you guys soon. And remember, you can hear Dan Corio right here on Iconix Radio all day, every day. We'll see you guys soon. It's your girl, Rosie. We are Izzy out. Bye.